This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Being someone who communicates for a living, it's a weird job, right? But being someone who communicates for a living, I appreciate those that I see who are especially talented, who can precisely and concisely deliver information that can be easily synthesized. Jamie Raskin, congressman from Maryland, just miles away from where I sit right now here in D.C., he's one of these characters. He is brilliant, a constitutional scholar and professor, and maybe that's why he's so good at communicating and teaching. He's on the Oversight Committee. In fact, he's the ranking member, the vice chair of the House Oversight Committee, which is now endeavoring to impeach and remove for high crimes and misdemeanors Joe Biden. Even though there have been no high crimes and misdemeanors, there have been no crimes at all. There have only been accusations and zero evidence delivered, zero evidence presented to the American people through these congressional hearings, these distractions. Well, Jamie Raskin had a few things to say during the hearing, and that's not really what I want to talk about today. It was great, brilliant on his part in the committee. But he was on with CNN talking about what went on yesterday with the very first hearing that was, to call it fruitless, really doesn't get to the crux of what went on. It was a farce. Even the witnesses I tell you what, rather than do Jamie Raskin's job for him, I'll play the clip and so you don't have to hear a bunch of shit twice. Watch Jamie Raskin.
They can't even really name what the purported high crime and misdemeanor is. They don't even have a low crime and misdemeanor. They have no crime at all. And today, for their very first impeachment hearing, they had no fact witnesses. They had no eyewitnesses. They put on several experts who agreed with us that there's not remotely sufficient evidence to justify an impeachment. And so we saw a meltdown on the Republican side of the aisle where the Republican members were fleeing the committee room in droves, embarrassed and humiliated by what was going on. But of course, the Democrats were there because we would like to put an end to this nonsense right now and get back to the work of America. The government is about to shut down in 2 days because of the chaos of this clown show. I'm quoting Republicans here on Republicans, because they can't develop any focus on what they want to do. And so you've got a small extremist mega faction, maybe 15 or 20 or 25 members, which is essentially driving the train. And Kevin McCarthy has continually catered to them and appeased them. And we're all paying the bitter price of that right now. They're about to shut down the government of the United States, although the Senate Republicans, the Senate Democrats, the House Democrats, and the President of the United States are all united. We need a clean, continuing resolution to get through this, along with disaster aid and aid to the people of Ukraine fighting Russian imperialist violence against their society. But it is the pro-Trump, pro-Putin mega wing of the Republicans which is having their way over Kevin McCarthy. And so far, he's not been willing to stand up to them, and the government of the United States might shut down. This is something that no enemy government has ever been able to do to us in America, and MAGA is about to do it to us right now.
So tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the last day of the month and the last day of current funding for the United States government. And unless they do pass what's called a CR, a continuing resolution, which will fund the government at current levels for however long is agreed upon, it's going to shut down. There will be millions and millions and millions of people who are put into the lurch who will suffer because of the not inaction of Republicans. It is because of their action that this is going to happen. But back to, because he did a great job here of juxtaposing these two things, these two priorities of Republicans. They have no priority to fund the government, to continue government services, to pay our military members, but they do have a priority to run this nonsense, go nothing, do nothing, go nowhere impeachment hoax, fraud, joke. Listen, if there was a crime, they would say, here's the evidence, Let's do something about this. But they haven't presented any evidence. In fact, it's been fraudulent in many ways where they keep using the word Biden, meaning Hunter Biden, not Joe Biden. And Hunter Biden is a private citizen. Hunter Biden, facing his own legal problems right now, is a private citizen. He's not an elected official. He doesn't work for the federal government. He cannot be impeached and removed. If you want to forward a criminal complaint, do your best. House Republicans of Hunter Biden, sure, go ahead, do your thing. Or, at the very least, subpoena him, compel his testimony, have him answer for the things that you allege with no evidence. But to impeach Joe Biden for something Hunter Biden did isn't how it works. And it is a brilliant point. And now I'm wishing I would have been played some of the clips from the hearing in this video. But when Jonathan Turley, the Republican lackey, constitutional lawyer scholar, when he even says, he's the Republican witness says, there's no evidence to support impeaching Joe Biden. He said it. Squirms and uncomfortableness all around the Republicans in the room. This is going nowhere. Mark my words. Let's place a bet on it. Joe Biden will not be impeached or impeached and removed. It's not going to happen because nothing he has done is criminal. Nothing he has done is a high crime and misdemeanor. These people who witnessed Donald Trump and his crimes be impeached not once but twice, they acted like, oh, this is a witch hunt. This is unjust. This is unjustifiable. Yet they want to impeach Joe Biden for nothing. Because again, if they had evidence, they would be on every news channel presenting it to the American people. When given the opportunity, as was with the impeachments of Donald Trump, there were voluminous evidence against him. The Mueller report, the instances of obstruction of justice, the summary transcript of the call with Volodymyr Zelensky, where Donald Trump is saying, we'll help you out with your military needs, but first I need a favor from you. I need you to fake an investigation into Joe Biden, who was the presumptive candidate he'd be running against. But they ignore that because it's not about justice for them. It's about protecting Donald Trump because they are just feckless simps, bootlicking, lapdog sycophants for Donald Trump. If you're going to pick a person to venerate and worship and lay down in traffic for, what's it say when you choose Donald Trump? No fact witnesses, no eyewitnesses. Thank you, Jamie Raskin. We appreciate your service very much, and we are appreciative and thankful that your health looks to be on the mend. What do you think? I'd love to know out there. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily@dollemore.com. You can also just mix it up in the comments, leave a comment below. Helps to make YouTube, make is a strong word, but initiate YouTube to deliver this channel to new viewers who might not otherwise know that I even exist or that these opinions exist. Really high stakes here, right? If you want to go further, you want to help support the work, you can click the join button below, become a channel member right here on YouTube for $2 a month, hit the super thanks button, or go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on the social medias. I am at Dollemore, and I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Be genuine. Take care of one another.